One day I missed Netflix. One day. And they chose to release a trailer today. Alright. It's finally here. The first official trailer for 1899. Long awaited. We've gotten a few teasers up to this point. Some brilliant person figured out that it would be coming out this November, and I think they confirmed it in the last teaser that we did get. Haven't gotten a whole lot, which I think is best for a series like this if it's in the same vein as Dark, going for a more you know dramatic mystery. And I think one of the brilliant things that they've done for this so far is just allowing fans to speculate about what exactly it's free marketing essentially, and it's quite brilliant. And similar to Dark, because I do believe the same thing did happen with Dark. The just the mystery surrounding it all was enough to for word of mouth to actually spread. Although I am hoping that this does what Dark didn't, in that it gets maybe more people interested. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, to be honest. With so much out there to actually watch, I don't think there's anything wrong with having these kind of niche stories that are tightly written, well acted, and don't span 20 seasons. I think there's a space for that, and so I don't mind that it's within a small group of people that are interested in this. But you do want, you want everyone to appreciate the mastery of it all. I would caution people to temper their expectations, because I think everyone is going to this expecting Dark, and not that I don't believe that the writers will live up to that expectation, but we have to keep it measured so as to not set the bar too high and then disappoint yourself. But yeah, the mystery surrounding it all has been very, very telling. From what we know so far, and I think I did some a speculator video just on the characters, I think some time ago. You guys can go and check it out if you want to. But since then we've gotten a bit, bits and pieces more, and it's all pointing to the Bermuda Triangle, and well, we don't know what else. They have said that they don't plan on doing time travel again. So I'm curious how exactly they would pursue this, if it's still going to be within the realm of science fiction, or something else altogether. Very, very interested. We do know the stranger from Dark. I think Andre Peachman is his name, and Emily Beecham, I think her name is. I might be getting her name wrong, but I know her from Into the Badlands. She's a fantastic actress. She's been around for a while. I'm not sure if they'll be the central characters or not, but judging from the character poster that we did get, and they were a center frame, that was my assumption at the time. I could be absolutely wrong, but it does appear those two characters will be the lead. So yeah, 1899. I'm sure I'll have a whole lot more to say once I get to the end of the trailer. So let's check it out.
6 hours ago, we received a message.
Alright, so I was right. He is the captain. I got that right. That's at least one.
Passengers, they're still alive.
Okay, a distress signal.
Coulé. C'est la seule explication possible, sinon on l'aurait retrouvé.
Alright. See the people that are eating in the dining room, eating very well, and then the others that are just below them.
Oh, Helion.
Let's go! The mystery begins, guys. Even the ships already have the symbol on it.
None of this makes any sense.
Interesting song choice. Feels a bit more upbeat considering everything that's happening.
Need to take back control.
Alright, so we're gonna be spending the entirety of the season on this ship, perhaps.
question. You have to wake up.
This is madness. I have absolutely no idea what's going on, and I love it.
I'm not crazy. What's wrong with that ship?
Is it the ship or is it, the people on it? All right, just around the corner, November 17th. There's a lot of imagery and I have no idea what the hell is going on, but that is how it should be. From what we can gather here, and again, I was right, he is the captain. I don't know what his name is. I'm curious though. The entire trailer was actually in English. Um, Going into this, the creators did speak a lot about using languages throughout. So I am wondering whether this was done purely for the purposes of the trailer, um, or are they going to have the entire thing in English and then they dub where they need to? And that would be a shame. I really hope that's not the case. I did hope, based on their comments, that they would have found some way to weave that in and have each each character coming from a different location speaking their own language. I was under the impression, that I could be wrong. I was under the impression that that is the approach that we're going to be taking. Um, but the trailer did have subtitles, so it's all very odd. I'm not sure, what the plan is for that, but I do hope it's, what I was expecting, and there will be different languages spoken here and there. One of the things I did enjoy about Dark was the fact that it wasn't its native language, but we'll see. We will see. So our characters appear to come across a ship on their way, to, I think they're going to New York, but from what the crew said, it's some sort of ship that it's housing elites, and there's a scene there where you do see you see them eating, drinking, and having a good time, and speculating about what's happening to the ship, and people may have drowned and whatever, and then you cut to other members on the ship who are not as well fed and dressed and so on, and so there's clearly a class structure there, which we'd expect in this time period. And I did speculate some time ago that would play a part in this story and how it unravels. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. There are some characters that we've seen that were on the initial poster that we got, but most of them are not here. But that makes sense. These may be characters that who knows, perhaps we're introduced to much later in the season, or even the next season. So we didn't see all those faces here. But it's still very much a mystery what exactly is happening. They come across this ship that they received a distress signal from, and they go to check it out. And perhaps I'm guessing once they check the ship, they are unable to leave their position, or they try to sail out, and they couldn't find their way out. And such is the nature of the Bermuda Triangle, at least according to some folklore. So yeah, very, 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 very interested in this so far, and as I said, I hope word of mouth spreads for this. I don't know whether this is going to be something and I trust the writers. I do trust the writers, so I think they'll do what's best for the story. I do know, I worry because at times Netflix will see the success of something and try to, drag it out as much as possible. But the mere fact that what they managed to do with Dark and end it at the third season without giving into studio interference, I'm sure Netflix is guilty of that too. But they managed to keep the story the way they wanted it to, and I do hope they were able to do the same thing with 1899 and not carry on for longer than is necessary. But it does appear as though we are going to be on this ship for the duration of the season, at least. There were a few shots where we see characters running through woods and so on, but I do feel those are maybe flashbacks. And the woman who I think is going to be the secondary key character, there was a scene where she was at a mental asylum. So I'm wondering whether it's going to be a case where they begin to lose their mind as being on this ship. I'm not sure what's real and what's not, and so it's going to be a bit more psychological than Dark was, and that did get pretty psychological. But this appears to be going a bit deeper, and I can't wait. All right, guys, that is it for the 1899 trailer. Be sure to post down below in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on the first trailer for this series. What are you looking forward to the most? Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to support the channel, and I will see you for the next one.